Alrighty, welcome back to the SAEMW Marathon, everyone. You got your last run of Saturday night, the main event. You got Sekiro, and I'm not an expert at this game, and I'll also apologize in advance because I am sick, so I'm no face cam, and I'm going to be coughing a lot throughout the run. So hopefully I got my boy Soup here to catch up for some of the slack for me.
Yeah, no, that's what we're here for, making sure we can pick up just a little bit, talk about some Sekiro. This run should be super sick. I mean, Or's been playing it a bunch, so it's like you've been on the grind.
Oh, my bad. Why did I think this was the last run of the night? Oh,
yeah,
there's one more run, but on the schedule it was yeah, I remember. It's after midnight, so it's listed as Sunday.
Oh, I see.
It might not be anymore.
It was like Hyper Mario Sunshine is doing adventure mode.
Yeah. Still the main event, though. Don't get it twisted.
This is the main event of the whole marathon, Brad. Best game anybody put in the marathon.
that is probably true. All right, so I guess we're about ready to get this rolling, so we can get things started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so for the tutorial, there's a few sections throughout the game where they restrict your ability to sprint, and God knows why the entire first minute of the tutorial they restrict your ability to sprint. So I'm gonna be just jumping around like this. Oh no, I missed the jump off the pillar.
The impossible jump.
That jump is way too hard for me. So yeah, you're not able to sprint right now, and doing these little doing this kick, which is an attempted wall jump, makes me fall down a little faster, so it makes these parts where you can't sprint go by a little quicker. You're supposed to use stealth. You're supposed to be learning about stealth here, which is why I think they made you not be able to sprint here, but these guys' aim is not very good, so I'm just going to run right down Main Street and hop into Kuro's room. No.
Oh my goodness.
You can make that jump without having to grab the ledge, but I messed it up. Alright, so you get, this is required dialogue, just a little bit of it. Okay, just get this healing item that I'm never going to use because I'm never going to get hit. Now we can sprint. And this is the one Souls game where you have unlimited stamina. And the enemies are also really slow to react. So normally I just basically can just blow right past everybody and no one can even attack me quick enough to hit me if they wanted to. Gonna be picking up these ash. I'll explain why we need those later. They're very important though.
Yeah. And it is nice that you do have unlimited stamina in this game to sprint, because it's especially for getting past the enemies in particular, not even necessarily the fights. It's there's a lot of spots with multiple enemies. They're just obnoxious to fight even casually, let alone, and obviously you're definitely not wanting to fight them during the speed run.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I fight. Okay, there are a very few enemies that I kill that are not a boss or a mini boss. I can think of one, and they're placed inside of boss rooms. Oh yeah, also
I'm thinking of the one before Bull is the one
that's the only one I can think of right now. See, I also got the healing item and chose not to heal because that's a scripted death. So you know, if I'm forced to die, I might as well make it go as quick as possible. So I stay at 1 HP. So now we got the main gimmick of this game, the grappling hook now, after we got our arm chopped off by Genichiro, which I skipped the cutscene for. So this mechanic is going to be used all the time. And you're going to see that I'm going to jump before every single one of these, and that's because the grappling animation is probably half the time if you do it in the air. I don't know why they did that, but so even if I'm on the ground, I'm always going to jump before I do it, hopefully.
That is a really funny quirk. I feel like that's a thing for a lot of games, just in general, of the air animation of something being faster than the ground animation.
Oof, barely got that. Okay, so big jump down here. Got this sugar. This sugar increases your stealth, makes it a lot easier for you to not get detected, which is going to come in handy in about 10 seconds here. Gonna be using it first round on the first mini boss. Kind of funny.
All right. Yeah, thankfully the first boss, even though he's around, he's a little chained up, not having the best of times. So we're gonna use this to get a bit of an advantage and kind of run up to him and get a quick kill on one of the phases for it. Like with Sekiro, when you're one of the other things about this game when it comes down to the main mechanics is the game is a lot about like the posture. That top middle bar is like the enemy's posture. And so as you hit enemies or parry their attacks, that bar will raise. And then when it's full, no matter what health the enemy is at, you can essentially execute them and go through, snap their leg, and do whatever. And that'll be the fight. So obviously with Ogre, we can just kind of like do it. There's not a lot of parrying going on here, basically none at all. Just kind of dodging him around. There's a funny grab attack that can get you, but other than that, it's just kind of dodging the slams and stuff, and that'll be it.
Yeah, the little bit of movement that you get while you attack, you can like you can use that to go around and dodge enemy attacks. I did a good bit of that there where I was like dodging and hitting him at the same time. It's a little trickier than it looks. Oh, come on.
Oh,
that actually might come back to haunt me. I'm gonna heal because if I get hit by the snake, I actually need that health to live. Because there is a little snake platforming sequence coming up here that I'm very bad at.
Yeah, I know. So what we're gonna do, kind of. Oh wait, okay, we did.
Yeah, the snake sometimes it notices you after that jump on the branches. Sometimes it doesn't. If he doesn't notice you, you gotta hide, run into the corner so he doesn't hit. Also, when you get on this wall, for some reason, tapping the movement is actually faster than holding it. All right, hopefully he doesn't hit me here. Yep, see, that's why I healed. It does like almost my entire health bar, but not quite. We live in.
We're out of there. All good.
Yes, that's why I grabbed those pellets back there. Those are purely for safety, but... And then here I'm going to take a safety checkpoint. Yeah. Also going to grab another one of these sugars. This one actually is a backup. I do have enough, but if I die during one of the sections where I use the sugar, it's really going to help. Some of those parts, I like really need it. Like the monkey fight, I actually don't know how I'm going to beat it if I run out of sugar to do the fight. Luckily, I shouldn't mess it up because that one is really easy.
I hope we don't mess up the monkey either. Oh my goodness.
Those guys like never hit me. Okay, so I also picked up an Akko sugar, which is a different type of sugar. The Gachin is for stealth, and the Akko gives you more attack damage. And I will use that not during phase 1, but for phase 2 of this fight.
Generally in this fight, we're going to try to stay closer to the back of Gyobu here.
Yeah, this is a bad attack. Now he's going to run away.
Yeah, will make the fight easier. Yeah. This guy runs away a lot. It's super annoying, and so staying to the back here can kind of like help make it so that the things that he's doing will not be running away. It'll more likely be kind of like him trying to fight you. There's even like an attack that'll happen if you're behind him where like the horse kicks back, but even if he doesn't do that, you just generally he is far less likely to run away when you are behind him. So that's what you want.
Yeah, that phase 1 was actually very fast for me despite getting the one bad attack there. Yeah, so these parries actually are raising his posture damage. So they're like very big. So the me hitting him here does a little bit of posture damage. And it also decreases his health, which... What is he doing?
My goodness.
He's just running into the wall.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of goes crazy if you don't do that grapple. Dude. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, the other main mechanic of this game is that you do get to come back when you die one time, so I still got a chance here. He's pretty low, so I'm not going to heal, so I'm not a little bitch.
Yep.
Got him. And I actually did happen to, one of the like high-level things, I did this completely on accident, but I did happen to kill the boss right next to the exit. Normally I'm like way on the other side of the arena, but being right here is really nice because this is the way you gotta go afterward. Normally I gotta run like at least 5 extra seconds after the boss is dead. Alright, so this is mandatory dialogue for some reason. I don't know what happens if you don't do this, but I don't really feel like testing it right now. So yeah, you just say no to him and then you leave. Just say no, kids.
Yeah, just say no.
All right.
Okay,
So
now we're just running around for a little bit. Gonna say hi to our good friend the Bull.
yeah, I'm gonna hug this wall real quick. That's for bull RNG manipulation. I do get every time you kill a main story boss, you get a little bit of attack power buff. I'm going back to the idol. So those are like very significant. They definitely really decrease the amount of time the boss fights take. But the power up that increases the amount of health and stamina is based on mini bosses you killed, and most of them are optional. So I'm not gonna have very much health and stamina. The amount of bosses or the amount of mini bosses you kill during the run gives you enough for one upgrade. And it's towards the end, so this is gonna be the amount of health I'm gonna have for basically the entire run. All right, so here we go. We got Bull. I'll try and focus for this.
Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna. He just kind of charges out. You can get potentially one parry there, but unfortunately we didn't get it. Then this guy's just kind of a bit of a wild animal. Not as much in terms of like the idea of like the easier parries in terms of the idea of like the kind of like more planned attack patterns. Like this guy was just gonna kind of be doing whatever, and it's a little annoying. And of course, you know, he's also like, the more you kind of like parry / get hit, it raises this like burn meter, and so then at some point it's gonna be like you're just gonna be taking a bunch of like damage over time.
Okay, that was really scuffed, but I did get him. Do the thing. Okay.
Thankfully.
So he takes significantly more damage to the head, which is, you know, it sucks because that's the most dangerous place to be. I'd much rather just run around behind him and hit him in the butt, which is way easier, but it's way slower to do it that way. So you got to stand right in his face with his fire horns and just hope and you got to hit the parries, and he builds up fire damage if you miss them too. One other little small thing is you saw that I used the item to go back to the last checkpoint. For some reason, the game just gives you that checkpoint after Bull. After Bull's dead, if you use the idol, it just automatically gives you the Ashina Castle checkpoint. I don't know why the fuck they do that, but yeah, so I can do that instead of run out through the door. Alright, so I'm gonna grab another safety checkpoint here before Genichiro. We also got a skip coming up. Not a huge one, but there is like a supposed to be mandatory mini boss in this dojo here that you need to fight before Genichiro, but I'm gonna do a little parkour jump.
Yeah, thankfully this game has some platforming, you know, or was talking about the wall jump like earlier when it came down to like using the wall jump to kind of fall faster. But here we actually will just be using it. And
I don't have too much time to harp on that because now we got a really funny cheese strap for this boss.
Oh yeah, get him in the corner. Jump, wall jump, he's in the corner, and now we just wail on him. Like, he will start some attack animations, and hopefully, as long as he doesn't shoot the arrows and just keep swinging his sword, he will just stay here. I mean, even when he shoots the arrows, he stays here, but you either take the damage or, like, try to dodge it, and it can be really weird. But for the most part, like, as soon as you get here, it is a very, very simple thing, and both the first and second phases of the fight are going to be nice. Yes, this is, yeah, I was about to say, Snapkick knows about Roxas Engage too. Shoutouts to the crit level 1 strat for Roxas.
Yeah, so this is the one attack that he can do that I won't be able to hit him out of with this. So I'm going to do a quick heal before, because there actually is one more phase left of this fight, and I actually will fight him for this phase instead of cheese him.
Yeah, you don't cheese him, you will fight him. He has a few extra attacks going on for this one.
Here's one of them. And these attacks are actually really good for us, because the lightning attacks, you can actually deflect the lightning back at him. I did not just get 2 lightning attacks in a row. Holy shit, this RNG.
Wow.
Yeah, the lightning attacks is so good. I hate this attack. I normally just run away while he swings his sword around like a madman. I missed the Goomba Stomp. Alright, and that's it. So yeah. Can't trap him in the corner for phase 3, but phase 3, because of lightning attack, is actually faster than the other phases would be. And yeah, so the reason why that cheese works, since now I'm not quite as focused, is that the bosses are very good at blocking your attacks when you're facing them. but they're very bad at blocking attacks when you're facing like way off to the side. And as you can see, the sword like goes way off to the side. So if you're like right next to them, but facing sideways, you can still hit them. But the enemy doesn't think you're going to hit them, so he won't even try and block it. All right, so now we got some more mandatory dialogue. Quite a bit of it actually this time. I have no idea what happens if you don't do this, so I'm not gonna test it right now. But it's like 2 whole minutes of fucking plot and like some leveling. Gotta get that attack power up. I do that now while Kuro has to walk over here for more mandatory dialogue, just for a little more multitasking. I gotta talk to Ishin again for some reason. He's gotta tell us where the Mortal Blade is, even though I already know where it is. Don't know what happens if you just show up to where the Mortal Blade is and he doesn't tell you. What's up? So one other thing you'll notice is normally this game has subtitles on, and I turn them off. And what happens when the subtitles are off is you can actually skip through any like section of dialogue by just pressing the start button. It's like right when I clicked where the Mortal Blade can be found, the flag is set for the story trigger, and I don't need to listen to the rest of the dialogue. But like before, in early runs, people were having to mash through the dialogue even after the flag. Okay, and then I also go back, to get the skill book, which gives me Mikiri, but where's it? Okay, sorry. I got the Mikiri counter, which is nice, but the skill book is really going to be useful for a skill that we're going to unlock later that allows us to do activate our skills in midair, which I'll go into more when I actually have a skill that I can use in midair, which is not right now. So now we're going to be going to now that we have Genichiro, basically, like, first order of business is get the Mortal Blade as fast as possible, and you'll see why that is the first order of business, because this shit is fucking stupid. It is so fucking good. So
it's incredible.
You have a lot of like, you're kind of like railroaded. Mostly like the main story path is like kill Genichiro. Like there's like some other like side stuff you can do, but that's like the thing you're supposed to do. And then after that, you're given a few options as to what to do, but there is only one right answer in the speed run, and that's get the Mortal Blade. So yeah, we're gonna do that first, because yeah, I'm gonna basically be using that for like everything after I get it. Gotta do a little swimming. I don't know who swims like that. That was such a bad jump.
Oh my goodness!
Don't hit me. Okay. So I did pick up a little money bag. This is actually purely a safety strat. So that money I'm just going to use to buy Spirit Emblems, which Spirit Emblems are used to activate your skills, which, again, I don't even have any skills right now. But the Mortal Blade is a skill, and I'm going to be using the shit out of that. So if I die, I'm going to need those extra Spirit Emblems. I actually will have enough if I don't die that it won't be necessary. We'll jump early to get off the elevator. But yeah, the Spirit Emblems are going to be really important if I do happen to die, and I'll need to keep using the Mortal Blade, because it's useful in every fight. So if I die in a fight, I'm going to have lost some Spirit Emblems, and having some extra for safety is definitely making things a little safer. Alright, just going to pick up a few more Akos along the way. I don't actually need all of these. One of these is for safety, but again... Oh wait, no, I actually do use all these Akos, because I'll use one on Emma if I don't. Normally you aren't supposed to, but I'll get into it a little later, but I do it for safety. Again, these enemies are very... Like, the guy with the switch glaive, like, looks like he'd be really scary, and he kind of is if you let him attack you, but he spins it around and shows it off for a while first. You can run right by him. Alright, one more safety checkpoint. I'm going to buy those Spirit Emblems that I was talking about. and then now we got a really interesting mini boss, very unique. Okay, before.
Oh my goodness!
What the fuck,
dude?
Okay.
I've never seen that happen to you.
Okay, didn't hit me. Okay, I'm gonna need to do a safety heal because this mini boss is actually very scary for me. I'm gonna have to focus forward too. I'm gonna and so I'll let Soup explain like the basic concepts of how this boss works. Not like anything else.
Yeah, no, this is probably like the only fight I'm pretty sure you fight like this, the Armored Warrior. As you see, he's just not taking any damage. So there is like your entire thing is gonna be building up the posture meter. But instead of executing him, instead, when you build up the posture meter, instead you're going to be essentially hitting him. You're trying to hit him off the cliff. Like the move is essentially going to push him off the cliff, and that's going to be our main goal here.
Cool. Is this the closest? Is this going to be close enough to knock him off?
Oh.
No. Oh, this is going to be so bad. He gets so much posture back if you don't. Okay, this will surely knock him off.
Yeah,
okay. Thank God I didn't die.
That would definitely do it.
So yeah, that guy is the only guy in the game who doesn't take physical damage when you hit him. Oh, there's a few others. It's the only one in the run that you hit like that you have to do like that, and he's the only boss in the game where the intended strat is to knock him off the edge. Normally they do a pretty good job of making sure you can't do that. I'm gonna do a safety heal here because there actually are some guys who can hit me in this area. There's like one guy that loves to throw stars at you when you do this part right here, and I think it does about half, so I really don't want to die. Shit, oh yeah. There are some bosses in the, I never even said, this is glitchless, so I'll explain what Shura means towards the end, but, so I really like this game because the bosses are really cool, and the glitch runs basically like skip so many of the bosses, and a lot of the skips involve you just like jumping out of the arena and then forcing them to fall off the map, because every boss can die from falling off the map. It's just that pretty much none of them are intended, except for Robert. Alright, so now I got folding screen monkeys, which is basically a puzzle boss fight. So there's one invisible monkey right behind you that we get out of the way right at the start. And I use this gotching sugar to make the monkeys a lot worse at detecting me. Okay, that was really bad. Okay, hopefully this guy will just... Okay, yeah, we're fine. So yeah, you just basically need to kill these 4 different monkeys who all have their own, like, special, their own, like, unique, what do you say, their own, like, unique gimmicks to them. Like,
yeah.
Some of them are, like, become really dazed if you, like, play a loud sound, and some of them can't hear very well, and it's just, like... But you can just put on the stealth sugar and sneak up behind all of them. And that's what I do. I actually really don't know how to do the casual way, so if I fucked that up, I was going to be in some big trouble, but I did not.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute since I played, so I don't even remember which ones do what. Because I was like, because that is kind of what it is, where it's like, yeah, some of them you're going to like, you just kind of like stealth up behind, some of them you are just kind of playing tag with, and then, yeah, there's like a few, like that last monkey, up top, I think is one of the ones where it's like if you play like a loud noise, which there is like a whistle in the game where it's like it'll like stun them and you can like execute them there. But
okay, so now we have the Mortal Blade, which is the fucking nuts. Yeah, this game is gonna break in half now. So like I said, I just also with the skill book that I got when I went back to the temple. I just now have the ability to use skills in midair, which is good because I just unlocked my first skill. And it's going to do like 50% extra damage. And the Mortal Blade, for those of you who played this game, is fucking stupid even when you're using it on the ground. So an extra 50% damage is just fucking crazy. You'll see like how some of these mini-bosses are going to get absolutely fucking shredded. But first, we got a nice long platforming section first. Probably like my least favorite in the game. This one just sucks.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a very, very silly thing going on here. It's just some of the enemies in the way are like obnoxious, huh?
I don't know. I've never failed this jump in my life. I must have the camera to weird spots. Yeah, I'm supposed to grapple onto that branch to prevent me from... Get another ash, which I'll, again, explain what those are for later. Don't get me confused, okay. Yeah, this is scary because I'm at the health where I think I'll die to one gunshot where I normally wouldn't be. But yeah, the gimmick of this area is there are a bunch of these fucking assholes who shoot at you, and they fucking suck, and they're so fucking annoying to dodge. Just, like, pretty random.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using one of the stealth sugars. Like, the really good people do this part without using the stealth sugars, and ooh, please don't kill me. Yeah, so... Yeah, these guys shoot at you like that, and they do, like, half. Oh, I don't know how that shot missed me. They can even hit you while you're talking to the idol like that. Until you, like, actually rested it. They can
scary.
So yeah, I use the sugar, and basically I'm going to be running through the section as fast as I can. I'm just going to fucking pray that all the gun guys miss me. Because that's all you can do. Even with the stealth sugar. Yeah. Nice grounded.
Because just in general, there are just, like, parts of this area where there are just so many. So even if it's, like, you know, like, a lot of them won't hit you, like, eventually when there's, like, you know, 6 of them staring at you, one of them might just hit you. Yeah,
so you can see, this is the part that's really scary. There's, like, 5 of them that are aggroed on me right now. And I'm just doing this part, and I'm just going to hope they all miss. But if I... There we go. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. Luckily, I at least know, like, the grapple points. It saves a good bit of time to do that grapple over running all the way up there. Alright. Made it in one piece. And I'm going to take this safety bonfire, or checkpoint, because I am not doing that again. Alright, now we got a really dumb mini-boss. See how this goes. This guy you're just supposed to, like, it's like basically a fucking parry test. See how good I am at parrying. I think I missed one. This isn't gonna kill him, is it? Yeah, no. Damn it. I missed 2!
Oh my goodness!
Okay, I lived. This is gonna be really bad.
This is super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Whew, that was scary, but I did get him.
A little scary.
That is not how that's supposed to look at all.
Yeah, no. So that first little unfortunate incident was kind of like when your own posture meter is maxed out, you kind of like fall to the floor, and then you can essentially you have like one like invincible roll to try and save yourself. But like when Aura's posture maxed out, the dude was still in the middle of his attack animation, and obviously he's doing a bunch of multi hits. So it's like Aura just kind of like ended up just getting hit and dying. It's like in a really unfortunate way.
Yeah, I just wasn't really paying attention. I really thought that he was 1 hit away when he was actually 2. So that's why I just like stood there and got hit a bunch of times. I was just expecting him to die. Yeah, so that fight is not supposed to go like that at all. But normally you can kind of like stun lock him in phase 2 if you do phase 1 correctly. God, that's not correct. Yeah, normally you can jump all the way from up top onto this grapple point, but still, it's a nice little skip. So this little snake cave here is a little tricky. I'm gonna do a little, like, I think it's intended shortcut to jump around the snake here. Oh, come on. Yeah, you're normally supposed to, like, puppeteer a monkey and distract the snake and then sneak past him, but I'm gonna just jump around his attack and... Yep, nice. So I'm just gonna jump around his attack and run through into the house here. Okay, so now's another mini-boss. Hopefully I will do a better job of showcasing how OP the Mortal Blade is on this one, because this one's not quite as difficult. It definitely can get really scary if I mess it up, but... Yeah, this is pretty low health, so this mini-boss will kill me in 1 hit. Why did you see me? What?
Oh, he saw you? Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna hide down here and go back to the checkpoint.
Yeah, let's try that one again. Okay.
I think one of the gunmen saw me and notified her. It definitely wasn't her seeing me. But yeah, she has 2 health bars, and I really need to kill the first one with the stealth kill. So my pathing here to get through these gunmen is really important to get them not to notice me. And dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, you fucking asshole. That's fine. Just gonna take the death. Yeah, I saw that. One of the guys started, like, the detection symbol went up way earlier than I'm used to it. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh my god, I ran into the fucking post.
And then...
Yeah, like I said, the pathing here is really particular for some reason. I'm normally not this bad at this part. My estimate is very high because I didn't know how much better I was going to get. I PB'd by like 10 minutes since I submitted this, so my estimate is very safe. Okay, got him this time.
Here we go. Yep, we're gonna pop a sugar.
Yeah, now I'm just
jump in Mortal Blade.
Now I'm just gonna spam Mortal Blade until he dies, and there he goes.
That's all it takes. Just 2 and that's it.
Just do two combos, and then there she goes. Yeah, that fight was a lot more annoying before the Mortal Blade tech. You had to actually like block her attacks, and like she has these grab mix-ups, and nope, just spam Mortal Blade now. Oh, jumped a little early there. All right. Okay, so now I got another little area with another little, like, slightly unintended skip. It doesn't really save that much time, but some, like, cool platforming that gotta make. I'm gonna hit this chicken. I hate him. You can just jump over him without hitting him, but I always get hit by him and I fall down, and it really sucks if you fall down, so I'm just gonna hit him. Alright, gonna get these sugars that are gonna be used later. So, the last items... All these items that I've been collecting, the ash and these snap seeds, are all going to be used for a cheese strat on the next main boss. But first I'll explain the little skip I'm going to do here. So normally you're supposed to run around to the tree back there, but instead you can just do a little jump onto this branch here. And jump down into the Misnola room.
Yeah.
This is a mini boss that they put in the game, and he just sits there and takes it.
Yeah,
I wish they all did that.
Right. That's it.
Alright, so now the next major boss is where I'm going to be using all those items, and basically I'm going to be it's like such a weird strat that because there's like another version of this boss you're meant to do like a aerial stealth blow on him. He has a he has left over a feature where if you do get up behind him when he's not aware of you that you can just like do the stealth blow on him, even though you're normally not supposed. There's normally no way to do it in this fight coming up. You'll see the arena's pretty empty, but you can actually knock him to the back of the arena where there's a little pillar, and he somehow doesn't notice you using all these items on you, which I have no fucking idea why it works like that, but he doesn't notice you tossing a bunch of items on him, and then you just fucking stealth blow him. So I'm going to focus on this, because if I use up all my items, I'm totally boned, because I have no idea where to get more of these.
It's like you only have a few. So yeah, it's the ashes and the snap seeds that he just picked up are going to be the things used for this. And those things are they're gonna stun the monk just long enough so that Aura is going to be able to get this kill.
So yeah, I'm just knocking him back here. This looks pretty good. I'm going to use this little rock here. Like I said, I'm going to use this little rock here. There we go. Jump off of it.
There we go. We did it.
So I do like a kind of safe version. You can do it with like 4 ash instead of 6. So with the extra knockback from the extra 2 ash, it makes it like pretty safe, but it definitely is still failable. And that boss has a fucking criminal amount of health. And because of the way the posture system works in this game, if the enemy has a lot of health, they recover their posture insanely fast. So you need to do so much chip damage to his posture or to his health to even like think about killing him through posture damage. It just takes forever, and I die in one hit because I have like no health. So it's just a total nightmare. But luckily we got a cheese strat, and so I can get my and that's why we do this part first, is because your attack power doesn't matter when you kill him in one hit with a stealth blow. Because I could opt to kill 8 first here, but I really like that extra attack power for this fight. So I got a little more running. Get over to my boy.
Yep, you know, everybody's favorite boss. I feel like this is like the Sekiro boss. I feel like everybody knows. It's like,
yeah, it's super iconic.
It's so iconic. There's like all the clips and stuff. You know, if you guys don't know about the monkey already, but then you know you can go see some reaction clips of people fighting this boss. But obviously, it's not gonna look like that in the speed run. And you know, it's just gonna be more party time for the Mortal Blade. Really, it's gonna be the big thing here.
I realized I didn't equip. So this Yash Sugar I'm going to use for this fight. This gives me even more attack power, but it's going to half my health, which is going to be scary if I fuck this up. If I start fucking up, because I will certainly die in one hit now. So I'll explain what I'm doing here later, because I need to. This strat is actually kind of precise. Okay, nice. And there we go. So his posture, the way the staggers work in this fight is very, very interesting. Why is the fox still here?
Shinobi execution. Yeah, no, we're done. That was the fight, guys.
Why is he still here?
Oh my god, he's getting back up, bro. That's crazy.
Scream? Nice. So yeah, you can play this boss really aggressively because the jumping Mortal Blade will pretty much... That first attack missed me!
What? Why did it miss? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, he definitely misses you sometimes when he's standing right next to you. Okay. I was really scared. Once I don't have my res left, I really don't want to have to do this over again. He should die here? There we go. Okay. Whew. So now he's truly defeated for real.
Totally. For real, for real. 100%.
As far as this run's concerned, he's dead.
Yeah, as far as this run's concerned.
I don't know what that scream is that I'm hearing in the background right now, but he's certainly dead. Yeah, that phase 1 strat is kind of crazy, but like, you need to make sure to hit him just fast enough to keep stunning him, but just slowly enough that you don't get... If you get the big stagger when you hit him a bunch, he'll like roll around on the floor and run away, and then the phase 1 is like basically out the window. So it's like kind of... The rhythm that you need to attack him at to make sure that he gets stuck there is like pretty precise, which is why I needed to focus on that. So now I finally upgraded my health. So this is the final health that I got, just a little bit bigger. And I actually do go out of my way to upgrade this because I'm gonna be a little scared for Emma. I'm gonna use the Akko sugar instead of the Yash, so I keep my maximum health for slightly less damage, and that's because I actually can live pretty much pretty much any singular attack I get hit by from Emma, I will live with this amount of health. So I will take my chances. I'm scared enough of getting hit in the Emma fight that I'd rather give myself the opportunity to make one mistake and have it last slightly longer. So yeah, we're basically running back up through the castle again now that it's been invaded. You gotta re-get all the checkpoints again, so even though I already got this one, I gotta go back and get it again. But one weird thing is that for some reason, a lot of the grapple points have changed. There's a bunch of extra ones. Like, I don't even have to do dojo skip now. There's literally just a grapple point that I can just do to get here instead of having to do some weird jank platforming. And so this is where the main endings diverge right here. So this is like the final boss for for this ending. So if I say no to Owl here, you fight Owl instead of the final boss, or the final boss for this run. And then there's like 10 more minutes where there's multiple extra bosses, but instead, well.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta focus. So you can see, at least Emma didn't one-shot me. Now I'm gonna die in one hit, though. But surely I won't take another hit, right?
This fight is definitely very scary.
I dashed into her instead of around her.
Yeah, no, that's...
At least I got the safety checkpoint for that. Yeah, so that grab attack is annoying. I don't know. I swear I was not holding straight up on the stick when I pressed the fucking dash button. Yeah, I was focusing too much on my commentary at the start of the fight, and I'll lock in for round 2. But basically,
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So, and I thought the second ending doesn't really add a whole lot, so I just prefer this version of the run where you just get here and the run ends right now. Where are you going?
But yeah, no, as you can see by that first attempt, yeah, no, this fight is very scary. It's super tough, and again, especially now with the Aqua Sugar with not the extra damage on the second attempt. You know, again, talking about like the health thing where now it's like it's gonna be a little harder for the posture meter to stay where it is and not go down quicker, just because of the fact that it's we're just doing less damage overall per hit.
That's how you dodge the grab attack doing this.
That's so unfortunate.
She's so low though, I can just pretty much just get up and kill her. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get my res back, because you get your reses back every time you like beat a phase with boss. So I will have another chance to die, because this is actually... We still got 2 more phases of the final boss left.
Yep. Yeah. And so here's the final boss. Start out with the Mortal Blade.
Stop with these fucking grabs, man.
Another grab attack. Yep, there's the Mikiri counter.
So oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Ah, now he's in the corner. This is where it gets really scary. Phase... If I let him phase 2 get into the corner, there's a lot of like big AoE attacks. Okay, this one's fine. Why did he not do the second part of that? What?
What? Oh.
There's normally a second part to that attack where he does like a big... So basically I just run around all of the big fire attacks and use Mortal Blade. Okay, there it goes. They're actually really easy to dodge if he's in the middle of the room, like I just did. I just ran around him, but if he's stuck in the corner, it sucks. Okay, so get ready on time. It's gonna be when the credits show up, so there's still like 10 seconds, 10 or 15 more seconds.
Yep. That'll be the speed run, so yeah. Just in just a little bit, we will have that time.
And time.
We did it.
And there it is. I think it was just Snake Eyes and Emo were the main culprits here. I feel like everything else went pretty smooth.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what
else. Anywhere else? There are a few parts.
Yeah, no, a few like scary things, but yeah, nothing crazy.
There are a few select parts of this run. If I mess up, I literally have like backup saves prepared, because I actually will like put myself in a spot where I like will not be able to finish the run. The main one is Monk, but there's a few others where I could be completely boned without some items, or So I'm glad that I managed to finish without cheating. That was fun. I do think this game is really sick. It's like a very large departure from the types of platforming and racing games that I normally play, but it still has enough like platforming and stuff to keep me engaged in between the boss fights. And the boss, like, mastering the boss fights is like such a different way to do speedruns than Sonic games. Normally I fucking despise the boss fights, but in Sekiro the boss fights are like the highlight of the run. I really have like sit there for like over an hour just doing one boss fight over and over again because the combat in this game is really sick. Even if you don't want to run it, I highly recommend playing this game casually because it's fucking awesome. But be warned, it is hard. I don't know if that was clear when I was playing, but it is very difficult. So you are signing up for that. But it didn't win 2019 Game of the Year for nothing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. The game's crazy good.
All right, so I don't think I really have anything else to say. So I think we got what I know it's Hyper Mario Sunshine is the last run of the night. I'm now remembered after totally misspeaking at the start of the run. But yeah, so
it should be Melee Adventure mode. So look forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Stick around for that, and thank you guys for having me.